Hello everyone, welcome back to our classes. We were discussing about the ideas of development. The last section we stopped by discussing about the comparison between the three states, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh and Bihar. Now let us look about the public facility. This table points out that the average person in Punjab having the highest income than the average person in Bihar or Himachal Pradesh, but lags behind in certain crucial areas. The reason is that the money in our pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that we are in need, which means having more income is not the indicators that you can achieve every facilities. There are certain facilities that the money cannot buy. For example, we have more money, but that doesn't mean that we can buy a pollution-free air with our money, or doesn't help us to buy unadulterated medicines unless we move to such areas which are having these facilities. In the same way, having more money is not the assurance of protecting ourselves from the infectious diseases unless the country has taken it seriously and ensured the preventive measures. That means the money cannot help us not to fall in sickness. For many important things in life, the best and the cheapest way is to provide it collectively. The goods and the services which are essential or very much important need to be provided collectively rather than individually. For example, it will be cheaper to have collective security in a society or in a locality than having individual security. See, if we need to afford individual security or a security guard or a security person, it will be more expensive. In such cases, it would be so much affordable that if there is a security provided collectively as the society. The same way in education. Just imagine that only you from your community want to have education and others are not bothering about this. There are many criteria need to be met. First of all, your parents should be affordable to educate you, and also need to find out school and paying the fees, and need to take initiative of meeting every challenges to send you to the school. But now we are able to enjoy the schooling without much difficulty. That is because many others in our society want to educate their children. Therefore, the government and even sometimes the public education systems are developed in our locality. It is not just for one person, but it is for the group of people in that society, or in some time it can be said that for the entire people of the society. Normally every people expect that the government to provide certain educational facilities or the facilities that are more commonly used. We have many government provided education facilities almost in every society. Even still in many areas, the children, especially the girls' children, are unable to get the secondary level of education because in such areas the government is not provided or any other societies are not provided the educational facilities. Therefore, the children, or especially the girl children, are unable to continue their secondary studies. In some state, having very less infant mortality rate, because such state have adequate basic health and educational facilities. What do you mean by infant mortality rate? Infant mortality rate is out of 1,000 children born, the number of children who died within 1 year is called as the infant mortality rate. Similarly, in some states, the PDS or the public distribution systems are also functioning very well. In some states, the PDS or the public distribution system or the ration shops are not functioning very well. The health and the nutritious status of the people in such states are comparatively poorer than the other states. In other words, the state which the PDS systems are functioning properly, health and nutritious status of the people in such states are comparatively better than the other state. In the above discussion, we realize that the income is one of the important aspects that every people desire, but it is insufficient to discuss about the development or to measure the development. We may think of many other criterions. There are many other criterions we may think, but not all these are useful. Only very few important aspects that we can be used for measuring the development. Health and education indicators are two among those few important measures. Since the last decade, health and education indicators are also used along with the income to measure the development. Before we were looking only income as the criterion of development, but at present we also look the education and healthcare facilities are also the part of the development or as a criterion of development. We can see an example in table number 5. Table number 5 is talking about the Human Development Report published by the United Nations Development Program or the UNDP. In this table we can see that the report is comparing the countries based on the educational level of people and the health status of people along with the per capita income. And it would be very much interesting that looking certain relevant data regarding our country, India, and also the neighboring countries from the Human Development Report of 2013. So this report is published in 2013. In this, we can see the ranking of India in the area of Human Development Index or the HDI. In this table, listed the names of the countries: Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, Myanmar, Bangladesh, and Nepal. So there are certain aspects of these countries, as we mentioned just before, is reported in this table. So HDI, it is stand for the Human Development Index, and HDI ranks in above table is mentioned out of 177 countries in all. And life expectancy at birth, it means the average expected length of life of a person at time of birth. That means what should be the average expected life of a person. And the third category is the average years of schooling. It means the average number of people of education received by people at the age of 25 and older. Then next is the expected years of schooling, which means the number of years of schooling that a child of school entrance age can expect to receive given the present enrollment rate. That means when a child is starting to go to the school, what should be the expected educational qualification that meant for a child? The last one is the per capita income. The per capita income is calculated in US dollar for making it easy to compare with different countries. And it also done in a way that every dollar would buy the same amount of goods and services in any country. The per capita income is calculated in dollars for making it easy or making it easier for the comparison. So if you use $1 in any country, it will have the same value. The purchasing power of $1 is equal in every country. Therefore, the US dollar is considered for the calculation of per capita income. Dear friends, is it not surprising that a small country, a small neighboring country, Sri Lanka, is much ahead of every aspect than a big country like India? Our country is big, but we have such a low rank in the world when it is comparing to the Human Development Index. In table number 5, we can observe one more thing, that Nepal is our another neighboring country. The per capita income of Nepal is half of India, but it is not far behind of India in terms of education. And in fact, Nepal is ahead of India in the average life expectancy. There are many improvements had been suggested in making of Human Development Index. And there were many new components were also added in the Human Development Report. When it comes in terms of development, one of the changes added is the addition of human along with development. Before, the development was standing all alone, but now the prefix human is added along with the development. Now it becomes the human development. The concept of development was modified by adding the prefix human. Now it becomes the human development. With this, it meant clear that whatever is happening, it should be for the citizen of a country. That the development should be meant for the upliftment of the citizen of a country, and also the people, the improvement of their health and the well-beings are the most important of the development. Now let us move to the next heading, development as progress over time. If we compare the countries in terms of human development, we can see that some countries are ahead, whereas some countries are behind in human development. Similarly, within a country itself, some states are far ahead of human development indices, whereas some state may not be more in development. Even within the state itself, some places or some localities can be considered as higher in the development, whereas some localities will be lower in the development. Within a state itself, a district will be more advanced than the other district. So when we're talking all about the comparison, we should remember that this comparison have very less to do. When we're talking about the comparison and the rank, It has very less to do unless these comparison and rankings are used in a positive way for constructing the society by finding out where is it lacking of. This comparison can be used to understand why one country or state or district is ahead and why other is behind. Based on this understanding, the development can be planned, and that is the only use of this comparison. A low performance on any of the human indicators shows that certain aspects of the human lives need more attention. Sometimes it can be in some society, the medical or the healthcare facilities, the people suffer with different sort of sickness and infectious diseases. In such society, we can understand they lack a very good or at least a basic healthcare facility. While we are talking about the different aspects of the development, sometimes we need to ask why some states or some countries or even some territories are far ahead than the others. The reason behind the developmental achievement in such states or countries. Also, we must observe from table 4 that saying about more children are attending in schools in Himachal Pradesh. Referring to table 4, we should be able to ask the question that why the school-going children in Himachal Pradesh were able to attend the schooling facilities comparing to the other states of India. If we need to answer this question, we need to have a close look about the schooling revolution in Himachal Pradesh. When we are analyzing the schooling revolution of Himachal Pradesh, there are many interesting insights we can learn from this development. Especially, we can understand that how many factors need to come together to make changes possible. To make such an educational changes in Himachal Pradesh, they had to make many possibilities bring together. Therefore, we can simply say that the development indeed is a complex phenomenon. When India became independent, Himachal Pradesh also was like all other states. The education level of Himachal Pradesh was very much poor because of the hilly terrain and the low density of population, and also the schooling facilities over different communities was very less. Establishing of schools, especially in rural areas, were a biggest challenge in Himachal Pradesh. However, having a lot of limitations, a lot of difficulties, both the central and the state government was very much keen for developing their educational system. And they were constantly asking and thinking, how can we develop the educational system in our state? And how to translate this aspiration into reality for the benefit of all their children. To put this burning aspiration into reality, the government have started schooling facilities in Himachal Pradesh, and the schooling facilities which provided with free of cost or very little cost for the parents. And also the government made a cautious attempt that the school need to have all the basic facilities like teachers, classrooms, drinking water, toilet, and etc. The facilities provided by the government. As years went by, these facilities are expanded and improved, and more schools were started, teachers were appointed, and many more children becomes enrolled to the schooling systems. Of course, to open schools and running the schools very well and maintaining all its function, it need a lot of money and it is very much expensive. The government of Himachal Pradesh spends most of their budget money for the purpose of the education. Among all the states in India, Himachal Pradesh spent more money on the education. Himachal Pradesh stands as one of the highest spending state on education. A data shows that in 2005, on an average, the Indian state had been spending 1049 rupees for a child for the education, whereas in Himachal Pradesh, the government was spending 2005 rupees per child for the education. In Himachal Pradesh, they paid a high priority for the development of education. A survey on schooling done in 1996 and 2006 reported like this, that the students in Himachal Pradesh, they attend the school enthusiastically, and majority of the students enjoy their schooling and have a good words even to testify about their teachers and their teaching. So the education also made the children to think about their future and form their goals. They aspire to study the highest level and also to become like police and other officials in the future. And the survey noticed that the attendance of children are highest in the lower section and also in the older level of education. The government of Himachal Pradesh made it as a norm that a child to be studied at least 10 years of the schooling and the education. In many parts of our country, the girls' education was not given much priority. In many places, the girls' children were not sent to the schools. Sometimes, even if they are sent to the schools, the education would be stopped on the halfway. But in Himachal Pradesh, there is a welcoming trend of less gender bias. The Himachali parents becoming more eager to send their girls' children to the schools and also to form goals even for their girls' children. As a result, in the age of 13 to 18, there were more girls were completing their 8th class studies and moving to the secondary studies. It doesn't mean that there are no differences in the status of women and children. But the differences become very less in the status of women and children in Himachal Pradesh when we compare to many of the North Indian states. Sometimes we may wonder that why the gender bias is very less in Himachal Pradesh. The less gender bias is not only seen in education, even it can be seen in many other areas also. In child mortality, Himachal Pradesh having the less girl children dies before a few years of birth comparatively to the boys. When we compare this with the other states of India, the death of girls in Himachal Pradesh is very less. And another one of the important factors need to be considered in Himachal Pradesh is the women's capability of going outside and working. When the women are working outside, which also support the women for economically, and also it increases the self-confidence of the women to take care of themselves and to consider themselves also a part of the society. As the women are employed outside and having an independent status, they also have the voice of saying in many decisions. In many of the household decisions, they also becomes the part for the decision making. And the women also give priority for educating their girl children, and even after the marriage, the women want their girls children to be worked or the girl children to work outside. In simple way, we can say that when the schooling facilities developed in Himachal Pradesh, it also supported the development of many other factors. When the Himachali government paid the importance for the development of education, and as the people developed in their education, it started to develop many so-called aspects what the society consider, even especially in the case of women. As the number of educated women increased in Himachal Pradesh, we can see that many women in Himachal Pradesh involves in social activities and local politics, and also they are eager to form Mahila Mandals and organizing its activities. When we come into table 6, we can see a comparison of girls' children education in Himachal Pradesh and in other states. In this table, we can see a greater change of girls' education in the state of Himachal Pradesh comparing to the other states of India. And let us conclude this lesson by saying that the development of education in Himachal Pradesh have contributed very much to the society. When education improved, the girls' children also have given the equal priority for the education. That made a total social changes in relation to the gender bias and forming of goal for the boys' children and also for the girl children, and having a improved status of life all becomes the result of a greater educational change. So we can simply say that education is the foundation and education is the key for any change. No need of attempting very much. If a community need to be changed, the basic thing what we need to give is the education. When the people are educated, they start thinking differently. They started to realize many things what they practice, many things what they follow is not the exact thing supposed to be. And there are some other dimensions of life they find out and they prepare their goal in accordance. So, education is more important in every development. If we want to achieve our country to be total developed, our society, our state and our district, even the villages, if we think that we need to develop the villages and the country as a whole, the education is the key factor. If we implement a progressive and effective education system, the country or the state and even the village can develop beyond the imagination. With this, lesson 2 is over, and hope we will meet with the next lesson. Till then, have a small break. Have a nice time.